Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Founders Corner. I'm your host Neil, one of the co-founders at N5 Solution, where we help RET startups like yourself with all their accounting needs. So last few weeks, we kind of talked about a little bit in depth the financial statement and how you should prepare it and how everything basically needs to be to help investors to stand out. So I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit of the different stages of the investor seed funding. So the beginning stage that you have is pre-seed funding. So this is basically when you just started your IT startup and you need capital to help develop the product. And this round is kind of, there's going to be thousands of other startups like yourself in this phase, and investors will only be choosing a couple of them. So the chances of you to get pre-seed funding is very low. So if you did get some, or you are going to get some, that highly is pretty that's really good because in a way it'll help you also down the road too, because if you got pre-seed funding, obviously investors know that there's other people that think your product is pretty valuable, so then chances of getting other type of funding is going to be even greater. Seed funding is the next one. This is where you basically are ready for market research and you're getting into prototype and starting to hire some staff for your company. Usually angel investors are the ones that will provide capital here, and they'll assume the risk for exchange for equity. The next stage after that would be Series A funding. This basically is provided from venture capital firms or angel firms, investors. They basically will provide capital and make your business operational. They basically so you would use your funds for here to product development, hiring, and marketing, sales. So this is where you would kind of go and ramp up your sales and marketing. So whenever you have Series A funding to help prepare that, we would kind of do a 5-year projection to show the investors like, hey, look, we're ready to invest a lot of money in sales, marketing, cost. And then a lot of times, this is where a lot of times startups kind of get nervous because they want to spend more, but they don't, and that kind of hurts you in a way too, because basically if the investors don't think you believe in yourself, they aren't going to believe in you. So you have to make sure when you sell yourself that, hey, I need this much marketing and I know my business is going to sell. Series B is the next one where you kind of, this is where you start to get customers and you kind of need help basically building up your company to meet consumer demand. So you'll be doing a lot of hiring for your actual operations aspect of it. So it's kind of a good stage to get into because now it looks like you're slowly successful and the risk is less. So it's a little bit easier to get by on this funding because you obviously could show them that, hey, look, I grew from 2 years. I was only doing $200,000 sale, and then now I'm doing like $5 million in sales. So it's definitely a good avenue to be. And then Series C funding is the final stage. This is usually by hedge funds and private equity. This is kind of basically going to get you ready to prepare you for startup for public listing. So once you're at this funding level, you're basically ready to go public. And then sometimes you won't even skip this stage if you have enough capital and making enough money. You don't even need Series C funding. So those are different type of funding. In the next few weeks, we'll kind of go through different type of investments, investors, and different just strategies that we could use to help you get that funding that you need. So again, if you have any questions or any comments, or if even if you're an investor yourself, you want to work with us or anything like that, please let us know. Just leave some comments down below, and we'll happily to get back to you when we can. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's session, and we'll definitely touch base next week. All right. Thanks. Bye.